It's the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Carson Wentz.
Just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. Bringing him out is the pride of North Dakota State. Now at his 7th NFL season, Carson Wentz.
And when you look at him, you see that he's got all the tools you want in a quarterback. The big frame, the quick release, strong arm, has escapability. The issue sometimes, tries to do too much instead of just taking the throws that are available to him, and occasionally turnovers get him into trouble.
Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. To throw again on second down. Wentz, that's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Wentz now on first down. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Again, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the counter, Gibson. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the draw, it's Gibson. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Wentz. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone. Wentz. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Caught on the slant. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Wentz now to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to 1st down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a 1st down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw, Prescott. Throw left side, complete. That's Elliott. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Prescott. He's got it. Yeah, the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping it for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Elliott. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Prescott to throw it. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Cowboys are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. But down here, I thought they were going to hand that off. Instead, a well-designed play and the pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And I wonder who came up with it. Was it a call from the bench? Did the quarterback have a good idea and suggest it? In any event, clearly an effective play call. They saw something they liked in coverage, and they targeted it for the short yardage throw.
And the perfect way to cap their opening drive. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Barton is not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. First down run with Elliott, going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. From the 16, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Holding, offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing now is Wentz. That one is slant to McLaurin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our 2nd ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We've got 2 games coming up on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, and then we'll put a bow on it Monday night. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Prescott down. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Cowboys at 11-5 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And they are able to add on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. This one left side caught by Gibson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Prescott. And he'll get it right back to Washington. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
2nd down at 4. Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. That's caught again by Schultz. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And again, it's Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Now Elliott. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Lambeau on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Washington ready to try again on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz got this complete to Jahan Dotson. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down. Throwing is Wentz. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Now Wentz again. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Prescott on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To the air again, Prescott. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Lambeau to add on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's James Washington who finishes things with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3.
Jahan Dotson on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for Washington, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.